Hello, Throne and Liberty. I don't know if you guys were struggling with this a little bit as much as I was, but I did figure out how to get it in the end. So there are multiple points upon this map where you can get a high point and then start gliding towards something. And as you see, I did go through many attempts of this. Believe me, this was not the very first attempt that I did. Basically, you need to, well, what I figured was you need to get to a high point and then glide onto this mast from a distance. And as you can see, the first attempt was not successful, but there are, in fact, multiple different points where you can try this from. So, after failing, although I do think that first attempt would have succeeded if I just did it a little bit better, you can simply get onto the most highest point upon the ship, and that will also work to get this. Obviously, there's just one of the area/zone specific quests. I do have to say I do quite enjoy the amount of random platforming that happens in this game. It's quite refreshing. Obviously, if you aren't careful, you'll hit a point where you just randomly die upon this mast, which was not cool, but there's no particular penalty for dying, so you know, I'll let it go this time. As a side note, if you have the prevent falling damage option selected, it will make it really goddamn hard to do any platforming, so you might want to just switch that off when you have to do stuff like this, because it does impact a bit. You end up having to jump every time you want to fall off something, and obviously the jumping causes you to go a lot further than you would do otherwise. So after trying multiple configurations of places to jump off from, I figured that we could potentially simply jump from the very top of the ship. This hook point, incidentally, is quite difficult to actually activate for some reason. Got there in the end. And it can occasionally be quite tricky to actually activate the glide. So there we go, right at the highest point we can really get to on the ship. And a fail. A good thing for gliding is that if you check your character position versus the position of the thing you're trying to glide onto, you can get a rough idea of how high you can go, basically. If it's roughly in line, then you will roughly be below it. And if it's above where you start, chances of you actually hitting it are very low. There we go. That's how you get that little bit. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like the video, please like. If you like a lot of videos, please subscribe.